The Premier League title race has just taken a massive twist. Breaking news coming out from both David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano that Marc Guehi's transfer from Crystal Palace to Liverpool is off. And according to some reports, Marc Guehi is frustrated and is angry. He just completed his medical in London earlier today, dreamed of moving to Liverpool. But I personally believe everyone is overreacting slightly on this title race, saying Arsenal are finished because of Alexander Isak joining Liverpool. I think there is a potential to be a defensive nightmare for Liverpool Football Club. They've got 4 centre-backs, but if they get one big injury to Konate or to Virgil van Dijk, I fear for Liverpool in the title race. I think they're favourites. And I think they should be favourites deservingly on the transfer window they've had. Alexander Isak, here we go. Florian Wirtz, Kerkez, Ekitike, Frimpong. It's been the transfer window of dreams if you're a Liverpool fan. Arsenal fans may feel they haven't done enough. Some Arsenal fans wanted a proper left winger, being heavily linked to Rodrigo, Rafael, Gordon, and others throughout the window. But we're going to break down in this video why I personally believe this Premier League title race goes to the very, very, very last game. In my opinion, it's going to go all the way. I don't think you'll see a title race like last year where Liverpool run away with it. As great as their transfer window has been, one injury blows it wide open. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video, and let me know your thoughts. Videos are hitting 1,000 likes with absolute ease. The support is genuinely unbelievable. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. The support over the transfer window. 23,000 new subscribers throughout the transfer window, which is absolutely obscene. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It is greatly appreciated. And we're under 500 away now from 78k. But the breaking news that come out from Fabrizio Romano about an hour, no, not even an hour ago, about, 15 minutes ago. Marc Guehi, Liverpool deal has collapsed. Despite medical being done and deal sheet submitted, Crystal Palace don't approve the following deal. Sorry, don't approve following the Igor deal being off. Igor apparently agreed terms with West Ham and agreed terms to sign for Crystal Palace from Brighton. This, for me, is massive. When you look at Konate and when you look at Virgil van Dijk, Konate, last year in the Premier League, it was the first time in the Premiership that he has played over 30 games. I personally feel there is concerns there. There is concerns there from Konate that he does not see out this season. I would be, if I was a Liverpool fan, I would be very, very happy with your transfer window, but just slightly concerned from a defensive area. Last season was the first time in his career he played 30 plus games. 18, 11, 22, and 31. There is an injury problem there. Virgil van Dijk is 34 years of age. At the end of this season, I think he turns 35. Virgil van Dijk, for me, is one of the greatest defenders to ever play the game. But it's asking a lot for a 34-year-old to play 50, 60 games. Liverpool are going to want to go to the latter stage of the League Cup, Champions League, and FA Cup, plus the 38 in the Premier League. Now, in terms of defensive cover, they've got Joe Gomez, who he is good cover, but for me, he's not going to set the world alight. And they've also got Giovanni Leone, who's 18 years of age. What could open up this title race massively for Arsenal is if they get an injury to their defence. Looking at 7 minutes ago, it's just been announced that official from the Arsenal Twitter account, Fabrizio Romano, has tweeted out Piero Hincapié has signed. The deal is done and sealed from Barcelona. New centre-back from Arteta. Saliba got injured yesterday's game against Liverpool, and you saw Mosquera come on and put in a very, very, very good performance, right? The depth they've got at left-back, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, Nkapie can play there. The centre-back depth, Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori can play there. Ben White can play there. Timber can play there. Nkapie, and of course, Gabriel and Saliba. Their centre-back depth is insane. This Premier League title race for me goes to the very, 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 very end. I'll be honest. I think it goes to the final day. Liverpool, of course, Alexander Isak is a monster signing. You're talking about the greatest transfer window for me in Premier League history. Alexander Isak is going to fit Liverpool like a glove. And I think if Liverpool are to win the Premier League this season, it will be because they outscore most teams. Gakpo, Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, Alexander Isak, Federico Chiesa. They've got very, very, very strong quality, strong depth. From a midfield, you've got Florian Wirtz, you've got Szoboszlai, you have got bundles and bundles and bundles and bundles of talent. For me, I genuinely think that Liverpool, if they win the league, it will be because they outscore teams. Their defense was very, very good yesterday, and it is a very, very good defense. I just have concerns about injuries. This Liverpool team, when you add in, the fact that Dominic Szoboszlai can now play at right back. They've also got Frimpong. They've also got Connor Bradley. You look at left back, Kirkes Robertson. Maybe Robertson can fill in as a centre back. Who knows? But that Arsenal team, for it to bring on a 21-year-old away at Anfield, someone like Mosquera, this team, I think it goes to the very end. I didn't realise Florian Wirtz picked up an injury as well. Both teams have had really, really good windows. I personally believe the Premier League title race, Arsenal will smell an opportunity. January is huge. If Liverpool get Marc Guehi over the line for 10, 15 million pounds, because at the end of the day, he is going to be a free transfer in the summer, he's unhappy. He's clearly frustrated. He's angry. He's all of the above. If they go out and do that and bring in Marc Guehi, halfway during the season, would Crystal Palace sanction the sale? I'm unsure. I'm very much unsure. I personally think January, it will be the biggest January transfer window of both Arteta. If they bring in a big signing during January, or for instance, Liverpool bring in quality centre-back depth, I think it would be very, very, very interesting, this title race. Very, very interesting. Liverpool have got the attacking depth. Arsenal have got the defensive depth. Who is going to go further? Because when you look at Liverpool, right, Liverpool have got the mentality to win a Premiership. Arsenal are yet to show me that. You saw in that game, battling to the very, very end. If Arteta takes the handbrake off in a lot of these away games and Arsenal go for the jugular, they win. They win a lot more of those games. You can't, as great as they are from set pieces, is it sustainable? Well, who knows? It's worked against Man United away, but it didn't work against Liverpool. Arne Slot in his post-match press conference was absolutely spot on. 9 out of 10 times, that game ends 0-0. It took a world-class moment from Dominic Szoboszlai to score one of the greatest free kicks you will ever see, 32 yards out, to beat one of the best goalkeepers in the world. That is what it took to separate both teams. A moment of genius, a moment of magic. For me personally, Arsenal need to do more, but Liverpool can't always rely on a moment of magic. Who knows? Maybe someone else steps up next time. I think it goes to the very, very end. Liverpool are still my Premier League favourites, but I don't buy the narrative that because Liverpool signed Alexander Isak, that automatically Arsenal are out of the race. I don't buy that. I don't buy that for the slightest. It's going to be a fascinating title race. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be back tomorrow. International break now, so it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll see you soon. I'm out.